What's going on, guys? It's Mr. DEBT Joe Lord from the Money Etiquette Group, here to talk about another IPO alert, an upcoming IPO. And today we're talking about Albertsons, the fourth largest U.S. grocer. Now, a lot of people may not recognize the Albertsons name. You know, Albertsons Company Incorporated is the formal name because they're used to seeing their subsidiaries. They're used to seeing their other companies, their child companies, which the biggest one of them all would be Safeway. So if you're familiar with Safeway, then you're familiar with Albertsons. Also Acme for others. This is, again, the fourth largest grocer in the United States. So they have a lot of grocery store chains throughout the country. And I'm pretty sure if you've shopped within your adult life, you know, as a child, you've come across one of Albertsons stores. In terms of size, just know that this is a company that has about 2,260 stores. And they have about 267,000 employees. So we're talking about a large company. They've been around since, I believe, July 21st, 1939. For 80 years, they've been around. So this is a company that's been a staple in the grocer market and industry for at least 80 years. And they're going public. So this is the opportunity to invest in them. One thing I'll put out there really quickly, just some logistics. They're going to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. The ticker is going to be ACL. Again, AC lowercase l. I believe they're looking at $17 to $20 per share at the moment. They're looking to raise roughly $1.3 billion at a $19 billion valuation. And again, that's $18 to $20 per share. If you're familiar with trading, or if you're unfamiliar, you know that even though it may open at 18 to 20, when it comes to just regular investors, I'm talking about everyday people like yourself, like me, you may have to pay 25, 30 if it goes up quickly. The way that IPO markets and IPOs have gone recently, they've gone up and not gone down. Even with the market being in a recovery mode. So just keep that in mind if you do plan on investing. Again, it'll be on the New York Stock Exchange and the ticker will be ACL. Now let's get down to the numbers. In 2019, Albertsons Companies Incorporated brought in about $62.5 billion in revenue. Again, $62.5 billion in revenue. In 2018, that number was roughly $60.5 billion. So they've grown at least by $2 billion since 2018, when you look at 2018 compared to 2019. Now, when it comes to how much they've earned on that revenue, in 2019, they earned $466 million on that $62.5 billion revenue. And in 2018, that number was roughly about $131 million. So we've seen revenue growth, but we've also seen earnings growth, profit growth, which is what you want to see when you're looking to invest in a company. Now, I can't answer to why they will go public at this time, but maybe they want to expand. Maybe they are looking at post-COVID-19. We see that, of course, grocery stores did well, and maybe they see that this is something that's going to be around. Maybe they believe we're going to see more pandemics, or maybe they see that we're going to grow more socially distanced. We're going to cook food at home more often. I mean, what they may be betting on is the idea that we as a culture, we as a people have shifted, where we're going to cook more from home, where we're going to go to grocery stores and make sure to buy up more than 1 day or 2 days worth of food. We're going to buy enough to get 2-3 weeks worth of food. Maybe we're going to try to maintain our reserves, be more prepper minded like when it comes to how we shop. So it seems that the company is really banking on that. And they're going public. Again, we're talking 18 to 20 plus dollars per share. We're talking about raising $1.3 billion. So it's not like they're trying to raise a small amount of money, but they're bringing in large amounts of revenue. So we'll see if that's justified. But right now, that's the numbers that I have. Just to throw some other things out there, we're talking about a company that's headquartered here in the United States in Boise, Idaho. Their owner is Cerberus Capital Management. Cerberus Capital Management. You can look into that company. You can see that they own more than just Albertsons. You can see where else they're vested. And for a lot of people, when it comes to backgrounds of who owns these companies, who's on the board, do your research, especially with the movement that's going on right now with Black Lives Matter, with people wanting to know who they're investing in. I would say do your homework before you decide to invest even $1 in this company, but it is an opportunity that's coming up in the next week or so. So it's something that you may want to look out for. Again, if you are an investor, you're a person that wants to get into the market, and you shop at Safeway and you're going to support Safeway, why not invest? Now you have an opportunity to own a share, at least a percentage share of the company. Now, it doesn't make you a majority owner, but at the end of the day, the opportunity is there. And if we looked and learned from anything when it comes to COVID-19 and when it comes to when we get down to our hardest time, some of the things that do well, some of the staple or stable institutions, when it comes to recoveries, when it comes to recessions, when it comes to just looking at this economy, we can see that grocery stores do well. And we do know that there are controls in place to make sure that price gouging is not out there. We know that they can't take advantage of us as much as they did in the past, but we're still talking about an industry that's doing well. And at least for 2020 and 2021, we should see that revenues continue to grow. We'll see how much they did in 2020 with the pandemic, how well they did. I don't see those numbers yet. Remember, this is a private company, so not all their numbers has been reported, but something to consider if you're looking to jump back into the market, you're getting back into the IPO world where you're introducing yourself to new stocks, to new companies and new opportunities. Well, Albertsons is an opportunity for you. Again, guys, just to let you know, just throw that out there again, New York Stock Exchange, ACL will be the ticker symbol. And we're talking about, I believe, mid to early next week, maybe even later next week, but next week should be the time frame that this stock becomes available for the first time to the public. So let me know what you guys think. Are you looking to invest? Are you a Safeway customer? Do you believe in the brand? Do you like their stores? Do you believe in their pricing models? Do you like how their relationship with their distributors? You know, their everyone they get their foods from? Like, how do you feel about that brand? And also remember, this is bigger than just Safeway. There are about 11 different grocery store chains and other businesses that are subsidiaries of Albertsons. So definitely look into that. Acme is one, but they have several. Hagen, I think, maybe another one. They just have a lot. So look into it. Tell me what you think. If you are going to invest, if you plan on maybe sitting on the sideline, seeing where things go, let me know what you feel and think in the comment section. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And don't forget to subscribe and like the channel, because we can use your support. We're growing pretty quickly. I'll put out more IPO videos as soon as I can. I'm pretty busy, but I'm starting to pick up on IPOs again and other videos in terms of financial literacy, in terms of just talking about money management, finance, everything that you want to hear related to finance, we're going to be putting out there. So I appreciate your support. Have a good one.